In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Elestrals in 5 minutes or less. Let's dive in. In a game of Elestrals, you have a 20-card spirit deck and a 40-card main deck. Your spirits are basically your life, your health, your energy, and your mana all rolled into one. So remember, spirits equals health and energy. Your main deck consists of 40 different cards that can be Elestrals or runes. Elestrals are the monsters that you play, and runes are the special spells and traps that you can activate to gain an advantage in battle. Your spirits can be 8 different elements, as can your runes and Elestrals. However, only 6 elements are released at this time. Each Elestral has an attack stat and a defense stat, as well as a cost to cast located in the middle of the card. You can see Viscerous here costs 1 Earth Spirit to cast. If I cast a Viscerous with an Earth Spirit, that means it's properly enchanted. It has the right spirit it needs. An Elestral always must have the correct number of spirits for it to function on the field. In Elestrals, I can cast a card like Viscerous with a Water Spirit, however, it would be improperly enchanted or misenchanted, which means it would still have its attack and defense stats, but it would not have an effect. Elestrals can be played in either attack position or defense position, and they'll use their respective stat depending on the position they're facing. Each Elestral has an effect, and if it's properly enchanted, you can use that effect. Our effects are broken into 3 different categories. You have active effects, which are you can effects like this equal links here, which state that you can do something. These effects are often used during your main phase. You also have passive effects like Viscerous here, where Viscerous gets +1 attack for each Viscerous on the field. That is a passive effect that is always ongoing in gameplay. And lastly, you have conditional effects that activate when something happens. So in this case, when Viscerous destroys an opposing Elestral in battle, its effect can activate and you can cast another Viscerous from your deck. In Elestrals, there are 5 different rune types that are broken into 2 different categories: instant runes and continuous runes. The most common of these instant runes is invoke runes. Cards like Nectar of the Gods play an effect on your turn that activates, and it generally will do something immediately or instantly, like Nectar of the Gods allows you to draw 2 cards. Counter runes are also instant, but they must be placed face down for at least 1 turn before activating. They can be activated on your turn or the opponent's turn, but they have to be set face down first. Shield of Achilles here is a counter rune that is used when my opponent attacks one of my Elestrals or attacks me directly. From there, we have Stadium runes, which can be played on your turn and apply a field effect to both your side of the field and your opponent's side of the field. Only 1 stadium can exist at a time on the field. We also have artifact runes, which are empowering an Elestral on the field, so you must play them onto an Elestral, whether it's on your side or your opponent's side of the field, and they often give stat buffs and different effects that can apply through conditional parts of battle. And lastly, we have divine runes, the divine gods themselves, which are cast with 1 spirit, but then can have multiple spirits added to them. These serve as cards that can be used multiple times throughout the game and also provide you with opportunities to get spirits on your field very quickly. When a card's destroyed, it's sent to the underworld. You've got 4 monster zones, 4 rune zones, your spirit deck, your main deck, your underworld, and your stadium slot. Elestrals has 4 phases that you go through. Your draw phase, where you're going to draw a card automatically to start your turn. Your main phase, where you're going to activate all of your active effects, cast your Elestrals, change position of your Elestrals, and set face down cards. Your battle phase, we're going to enter battle and attack your opponent and your opponent's spirit deck, and then your end phase, where you're going to conclude your turn and pass priority to your opponent so they can draw their card and begin their turn. One of the best parts about Elestrals is you have free use of your spirit deck on your turn. You can cast as many invoke runes, stadium runes, artifacts, etc. as you would like. However, you get 1 normal cast per turn, so I can play 1 Elestral per turn, like my Viscerous here. There are some exceptions to that with special casting, but generally you get to cast 1 Elestral per turn. To get out your stronger Elestrals, you must often ascend your Elestral or evolve it in other terms. When you have an Elestral that's been on the field for a turn, you can then choose to ascend it by giving it a spirit from your spirit deck and making sure you have the proper number of spirits that are required for the card to exist. Like Ledagon here requires 2 Earth Spirits to exist. It can have a water and an earth, but it wouldn't have an effect, but it has to have at least 2 spirits under it. Anytime you ascend, you are always pulling spirits from your spirit deck, 1 spirit from your spirit deck to ascend. And it does take the place of your normal cast for that turn. As you can probably imagine, there's much more to learn, but you guys can check out the full how to play guide in the description below and watch some gameplay footage on the channel to learn more. I encourage you to join our Discord server at discord.gg/Elestrals to learn more and join our epic community, as we can all help you learn how to play and get you acclimated to not only our mobile app, but to the physical cards as well. Hopefully you found this quick tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.